Nick Sirianni, who was sobbing like a baby during the national anthem. I thought that was
nice.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was touching.
I don't mind that when people are like, what a baby. It's the big game.
I think Nick Sirianni is the most endearing hardo I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
By the way, he's going to be on a tight leash next year, though. This team is ready to win. He will be the fall guy early on if they are not successful next season. Because, as we know, unless it's the Patriots or Mahomes, if you lose the Super Bowl, the next year is usually bad.
Well, it's only his second year there, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, what they're able to do with with Hurts and the quarterback sneak. I mean, how many times were they 4th and 1?
Yeah.
Or 4th and short?
It's automatic.
And you know it's coming.
It is automatic. They know it's coming. They can't stop it.
Yeah, I think it's, obviously because the way that, Jalen Hurts is so strong, they talk about his strength and everything. And now it's like quarterback sneaks are so difficult to really stop. When it's that short, 4th and 1 or something like that, they're so difficult. And you even see how the D-line, they're basically lining up off sides. To me, the biggest question is going to be, can Jalen Hurts duplicate what he did this year, next year, right? In order to keep Philly relevant and a true contender, because we already know Mahomes is going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he was injured, so he had the shoulder thing. I mean, if he's healthy next season,
well,
Still ended up passing too, by the way.
Right,
Yeah.
but is it going to be like a one and done? Because prior to this, Philly fans wanted Jalen Hurts gonzo.
I think he's in it for the long haul now. I also think his maturity at such a young age is so impressive for a guy right after losing the Super Bowl at that age to say what he had to say. He went on and on about, you either win or you learn. And that to me, he has an outlook on the game. I think that's much different than young quarterbacks.
But see, that means nothing when you play in a place like Philly, New England, New York.
But it should, because I think it shows longevity for him.
Fans are going to be like, if the Eagles are not good next year, or they're just like a middle of the road team, or they're fighting for a playoff spot, a wild card spot, aren't, like we said with Curtis, aren't we going, well, is it the coach or is it the quarterback? What is the issue here? Because we need to make some changes.
What we know last night and what it proved, most of us knew it before last night, but it proves you cannot win with a quarterback that doesn't elevate those around him if you don't have players around the quarterback that elevates his play like Tua did this year with the Dolphins.
Like you're talking about A.J. Brown or whatever.
A.J. Brown was available. Does Vrabel have Belichick's number? Did he try to trade for A.J. Brown? These teams either have Jalen Hurts, who's obviously a very talented guy, but was made better by the scheme and the players around him. Or you get a transcendent quarterback with a brilliant offensive mind to elevate the players around the quarterback. Either way, the Patriots need both.
And then they think about, I think Devontae Smith was a top 10.
Sixth pick overall
wide receiver. So your expectations when you get that type of guy is you're getting the elite guy, the Jamar Chase type of
And I believe Howie Roseman traded up. They weren't picking sixth, the Eagles.
So if you're New England, you're sitting here and you're starting to look at, all right, you're in the AFC. So not only are you going to see Mahomes, we talked about Burrow, Allen. How do you then get to the level, because you want to get on that level of a Philadelphia, of a Kansas City level where you're a real contender for getting and winning a Super Bowl based on what I saw last night, and Curtis brings a good point of this. Like, if you don't have the elite talent wide receiver, right? And you don't have the elite quarterback or the quarterback that can elevate, like Mahomes' best player on the team, and now granted he's probably the best tight end in the league, is Travis Kelce. But look at the rest of the receivers on that team. Nobody, but Mahomes' talent is so good. And then you start to look at Mac, and even though you're getting Billy O'Brien, yeah, maybe you're a playoff team, but can you see this Patriots team going punch for punch with anyone?
But they also, they drafted a really good rookie running back. They end up, you can
Pacheco was an undrafted.
Okay, did he look fantastic?
Yeah, so drafting a running back is like, bleh. I mean, that means nothing. If you tell me you drafted an elite wide receiver, those guys are game changers.
But here's the issue. Going back, and you can't change it, but great points in the Twitch that the Patriots drafting of N'Keal Harry may have been single-handedly the worst roster move Belichick's ever made, because you had Debo, you had DK Metcalf, and you had A.J. Brown all go after.
Yeah.
They took a guy that's basically out of the league already. I mean, what a disaster. And I'm sorry, there are no excuses this offseason. They need a legitimate number one wide receiver. They need a left tackle, preferably also a right tackle, and they need to elevate those around Mac Jones. He'll have better coaching. That won't be the issue, hopefully. But they need to, if they actually want to be competitive in the AFC, they need to make major changes on offense, and they need to pay at the top, not get 2 or 3 second-tier guys.
Right.
1 or 2 top-tier guys.
You got to be all
listen,
in on.
You acknowledge Billy O'Brien changes things to some degree, right?
Yeah.
That's an improvement.
Yes.
For Mac Jones and for the offense.
Yeah.
If they can improve the O-line, do you add that in? Does that all? Do you
Yeah, it makes you
do you acknowledge at least that was an issue last season?
Yeah, your O-line was an issue, but even if you improve your O-line and Billy O'Brien comes in, you still can't go punch for punch. Now, you got to go out and get like a DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah. You got to make a real move, a Mike Evans.
Even speed or toughness watching the game last night. It looked like a different game that the Patriots played this season than these two teams.
Just, when you, like, defensively, the Patriots can match up with anybody in the league. But when you look at them offensively, and Curtis brought up A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, you see even Travis Kelce on the other side, but it's Patrick Mahomes. You don't have anybody even in that world. Like, your quarterback's nowhere near Jalen Hurts. Mm-hmm. Forget about Patrick Mahomes. Right. He's nowhere near Jalen Hurts. And your skill players are nowhere near A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Travis Kelce.